to
Happy Monday.
whoop, whoop. Got our green wine spodioti.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got my coffee. And yeah, I was just on looking for some. My guest needs to do something. There she is. She needs. What is that you have on?
I seriously look at a vest and a scarf.
Oh, awesome. Welcome to the East Coast.
You would think it's winter, for goodness sakes.
What did it get down to, like 70, 65 degrees down there?
No, it's 55, Alan Newell. I probably could shed the vest. I just wasn't quite sure what it was going to be like. So
I was going to say, so did you have to go to like the Goodwill store and buy that? You don't have coats, do you?
Okay, so funny you asked that. Right before I left LA, I saw this cute little number hanging on at a little boutique. And I thought, that's just the right weight. And I might need myself something like that when I get there. So,
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I pulled over so I didn't crash trying to figure this out. But I had to figure out how to do it on my phone. Who says you can't teach an old girl new tricks?
Right. Yeah, that's for sure. So does that car got California tags on it?
It does, because I wasn't able to get to the DMV until a scheduled appointment Wednesday.
So were people like flipping you off?
I'm sure they were, but I was just waving to everybody because I'm sure they were just waving to me.
Well, they will. They're like that in the South. They'll wave and say, "Hey, ma'am, how are you, ma'am?" But when they see those tags, it might be a little different.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them as fast as I can.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, cool beans. Look at you. Coat on, Georgia.
I know.
I like it.
I just keep pinching myself. I feel like I'm just visiting somebody, and that I'll be packing up and going back. And I think tomorrow our moving truck comes. So that's only a couple weeks without our stuff.
I can't speak for the rest of everybody on here. We got Sven, Lori, Andrew, Jamie, Anna, and some other listeners. But you look better down there in Georgia. You just look happier, and your skin color's better, and it's amazing.
Alan Newell, I've been waiting for you to call me every day and say, how's
what?
Can't hear you. Did you mute yourself? Oh, she's frozen.
I don't know what happened.
Oh,
there you go. You were waiting to call you and say,
how's Georgia treating you, girl? How's it going? We're on the same time zone, but my phone hasn't rang.
Listen, with no furniture and trying to figure out which end's up and out looking at furniture, that sort of thing, I'm like, I am not going to mess with her until
I thought you'd want to FaceTime me and help me pick out furniture. Isn't that kind of your thing?
Well, I mean, again, it is my thing. I would love. Yeah. I would love to help you do that, but again, when you got stuff going on like you got going on, and no moving truck and no furniture and all that stuff, I'm like, no, I'm gonna stay right over here.
I know you didn't want to be around the testy crabby, Lisa. You're waiting for me to be like settled in, so you don't get any of the flashback.
That's why Alan doesn't call me during football.
Well, tonight is Vikings Bears.
Yes, it is. Are you watching, AJ?
And AJ, and she said she is putting a hiney whoop on the AJ Vach Bears.
No, I did not say that. I do not talk trash because that turnaround on that karma, I don't want that. No way.
Well, Denise talks trash, but she'll talk trash to her own team when they're losing. That's who she talks trash.
No, I just think they need me in the locker room to give a little.
So listen, if you want to fit in down there in Georgia, you need to be a Clemson Tigers fan.
I got to work on that, huh?
Yeah. Clemson Tigers.
I bet. Okay.
Atlanta Falcons, yeah. Now they're having a crappy year too. I about said the S word. They're having a shitty year, but they got potential. And the Vikings are on a roll.
Yep.
Don't want to jinx them.
We don't. Yes, we're not going to discuss.
No. And we got whipped yesterday by Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That was rough.
Woo! I'm like, at the first half, I'm like, hey, we got a chin. Never mind.
So,
Yeah.
on the football note, if anybody watched the Bills-Chiefs game, unbelievable. And I just want to talk about it in relation to business. Since it's Monday and it's a new week, a fresh set of days, sometimes, we all know highs and lows in this business. And sometimes when you're in the lows, it can seem pretty bleak. But the Bills thought they won the game. Everybody thought they won the game.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs threw a Hail Mary, and this guy, he reached up and caught that ball. Everybody's hands were on that ball. How he came down with it, I don't know. But it changed everything. And I just want everyone to remember that things can change, boom, like that. Tomorrow, you could find somebody who is going to run with this, and your team is going to explode just like that. It's amazing what can happen. So just remember that if you're in, a spot that you don't want to hang out in, just know, keep doing the work, because it will be worth it. It will pay off.
That is so true. And to add to that, you got to be looking. You got to be looking, because nobody, I've been in this new neighborhood here since September 10th or something. And I've met neighbors. Matter of fact, my next door neighbor right over here is a Buffalo Bills fan. He has his flag flying and everything. And he was out after the game, like with this roll of Christmas lights, and his little daughter, who's like 4 years old, and he was rolling and they were pulling, and I was like, I am not going to go over there and mess with him. No. He's putting some, but the thing about, I was going to say is not a single person has knocked on my door and said, hey, do you have an opportunity for me to earn some additional income on a part-time basis with won't interfere with what I'm currently doing? I've been shocked that they haven't. I've just been waiting for them to come. Hey, new neighbor, can you help me out? I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and nobody's done it. My neighbor across the street is named Mike. My brother's named Mike. Lisa said, I'm out. Georgia got her. and so I said, your name's easy to remember. And he's from the same town that I grew up in. And he is working with veterans. And so I said to him, and by the way, he's like a veterans counselor. And I'm like, dude, we got to talk. I got something for you. He goes, you do? I go, yeah. He goes, what is it? I can't tell you right now, but let's catch up this week, because I'm in a hurry. You're in a hurry. So yeah, you have to be looking. And the thing is this. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Good to see you on the call.
All of a sudden, I couldn't hear you guys anymore. So I just thought I'm going to go out and back in, because I'm missing out on good stuff.
So we were talking about that, and I said my neighbor across the street, Mike, he's a veteran, works with a veteran agency. But anyway, here's what I wanted to add is this. Hey, Michelle Brick from Arizona is sometimes, there are people who are serious, they're contacting 50, 60, 70 people a day. And then there's sometimes people who are just like going through their business and they're contacting 3 or 4 people a day. And whether you're contacting 3 or 4 or you're contacting 50 or 60, you could still reach out today. And next thing you know, you're talking to a Jamie Lynn, or you're talking to and I don't want to name names here because I'll just name the ones, Michelle Brick or Savin or AJ, you're talking
never
to one.
know.
Lori Gagliano. You could be talking to a Lori today and say, hey, are you looking for an opportunity to earn some additional income on a part-time basis? And they could say, as a matter of fact, I am. You could be talking to a Lisa Peterson or Denise Longton and say, hey, and they go, you know what, I am. Yeah, I'd be interested in taking a look, because you just said it. You just never know. You never know. You might get the upgrade. Ethan started out with a little spacecraft with like 5 builder blocks on there, and he's been upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. Now he's got this massive thing that he's flying around. Yeah. So, but again, it's 11:10, so we got 5 minutes. Denise, don't be looking down. Seems like longer. I saw you. But here's the deal: is tonight is Monday Night Football, and Denise is a big football fan, and her team's playing the Minnesota Vikings, and they're studying film and they're preparing today. They're getting ready. They're preparing. They're studying the Bears defense. They're studying the offense is studying the Bears defense. The defense is studying the Bears offense, and they're getting ready and they're to go out there and compete. And this world is about competition, but here's the deal. If you're playing for a professional sports team or any sports team, you're competing with the other teams out there. The cool thing about being part of Team Elevation is you're only competing with yourself, and we're here to support you. We're here to love you. We're here to encourage you, inspire you, and point you in the right direction. So this is a cool thing about this team, but you got to be, you have to be a little competitive in this business. You got to want to succeed. You got to want to win. You got to want to achieve success. And here's the cool thing about it is, I got 3 minutes to go, is where nobody's keeping score. But you need to keep.
Yeah.
You need to keep. If again, this is an if. If you want to be successful, if you want to achieve success, if you're looking to accomplish goals and dreams, you got to pay attention to the scoreboard. And this is our scoreboard. The Elevation Weekly Activity Tracker. That's your scoreboard. Denise, she got her glasses on.
I can't see. I'm still on my phone.
Well, listen, here's what I did. As I change this third one to number of verb links you will send.
Nice.
Oh, so there's a new one to look at.
Well, okay. You used to say how many CBD samples you're going to give away. And now it says how many verb links you're going to send. And the cool thing I like about the new Verb app is basically you're plugging people into a drip campaign, an autoresponder. So, send away, share away.
Yeah. I think even speaking for myself, I was talking to Denise before we hopped on this call. I don't think I truly appreciated the power of what this PBX. I mean, I have over the last few days been thinking about, wow, I need to figure. It's a busy morning. Sorry. I need to figure out how to use that app because I think it's way more powerful of a tool than I've embraced. And I want to start really getting on that and getting my team using it because it's doing the work for you. Yeah.
Now, let me add this. It's 11. It does do the work for you. And it's easy and it's positive. And here's the deal. I've had people join as a customer, order product, and I see them in the back office and I go, where did they come from? I forgot I sent them one because I'm just going through my contact list. So, couple of updates, couple of things. Tomorrow, the Higdon group is doing I don't know if it's all-day training, like 9 to 5 or something, and it's free. Got lots of speakers on there. And I'm going to post on here. You can register at higdongroup.com/launch. higdongroup.com/LAUNCH. You can register for free. Okay. Free all day training. Now, some people go, all day? You don't have to be on there all day. But when you register and you put your information out there, you can watch the replay. And they're going to give away lots of prizes. And then Wednesday night, we've got Michelle coming back to do a training for us.
Oh, awesome.
Remember Michelle and her story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Michelle's coming back to do a training for us Wednesday night. Tomorrow is an all-day training. Is it next Tuesday we're doing the contest giveaway, right? Is it Tuesday the 24th that we're giving away tents and
20th.
stuff? The 20th? That's Friday? Calendar girl. A material. I mean a calendar. It's a calendar girl.
You're right. It's the 24th.
Next Tuesday. So we're giving away more prizes. And so let me ask you, Jamie Lynn, did you camp out in your tent? Or 1 minute over? Did she camp out in her tent? She said she was thinking about it. Yeah. So my calendar, speaking of calendar girls, okay, I don't get too close to the thing because it's a great calendar, though. I love it. Every day I got to see what it says. Positive thinking isn't a predictor of accomplishments any more than negative thinking indicates failure. It's all about action. Going out there, doing it, and taking all your negative bullshit along for the ride. Bull poo-poo. I'm going to repeat it. I think Sunday I'm gonna go camp. Jamie's going to camp in her new tent. She's got like a $2,500 tent.
I know.
I didn't know they made tents that expensive. It's got to be cool. Last time, and then we got to go because we love you. Doing the training tomorrow. Wednesday night training with Michelle. She's a rock star. Positive thinking isn't a predictor of accomplishments any more than negative thinking indicates failure. You want to clear your mind of negative thinking, though. It's all about action. Going out there, doing it, taking all of your negative BS along for the ride.
I'm laughing because every time I hear the word action, I was a cheerleader for a long time. All that goes in my head is ACTION. Action, action. Action.
Oh, yeah.
On that note.
And on that note, we love you. Appreciate you. It's not just a pop-up. It's heavy. So I had to plan ahead. The tent that she won.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little house.
Little house.
Like
Look, you can live in it in the wintertime. You might be able to live in that in New York in Denise's yard when it snows.
Well, Jamie's in New York, so.
Yeah. It's cold up there in the wintertime. All right, gang, we love you. We appreciate you.
Rock out your Monday.
Rock it. Let's go. Action. ACTION. You got to do a cheer for us.
I just did it.
I saw it. Love you, gang.
Bye.